What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always, spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. So the subject is football, talking about Saquon Barkley and the Philadelphia Eagles. There's a huge controversy right now, or I should say debate, on who's the league MVP in the NFL. Today I'm making the case for Saquon Barkley, one of the most talented backs the league's ever seen. Giants fans, some would say it was time to get rid of him, needed to let him go because it wasn't working out in New York. Others would say, what were you thinking? Either way, he found a good opportunity in Philly, which is important. The team around you, the offensive line, the coaching, everything matters. Saquon has developed a good chemistry with his squad and is a deserving MVP candidate. Now, anybody who knows anything about the MVP race in the NFL, typically it's a quarterback award. If you go back far enough, running backs and quarterbacks have won this award consistently. So there is some precedence for a running back, but typically you have to have an exceptional season. Go back to Adrian Peterson winning the award against Peyton Manning. 2012, Peyton had a better year in terms of his team record. He was coming off an injury, put Denver on the map in terms of a Super Bowl contender, and had outstanding numbers, won Offensive Player of the Year. But Adrian was so close to the rushing record, he got the MVP award in a year where his team barely got into the playoffs. So there's precedence if you have an outstanding season, and Saquon's having that. He's averaging close to 6 yards a carry, 125 yards a game, and he's over 2,000 already. Some will say, well, it's a 17-game season, right? If he breaks the record Eric Dickerson set on a 16-game season, is it worth it? Well, let's not forget that OJ did it in 14 games, and we don't even want to go back to the times of when Jim Brown was playing on a much less condensed schedule and doing what he was doing. So we don't want to get caught up in that. He has to play with the circumstances he's in, and Saquon is doing big things. And because he's there in Philly, remember last year Philly started off great, imploded at the end of the year. There's been stability this year. A lot of that has to do with Saquon Barkley. They're the 2 seed in the NFC, a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and a lot of that is based around Saquon. Should he go for the record? If he wants the MVP, yes, you could sit him because they've locked up what they want to do for the playoffs. However, if he breaks this record or gets awfully close, that bolsters his case, because then in those situations, history says he'll get a nod for the MVP, even with these great seasons these quarterbacks are having. And even if it takes him 17 games, based on his averages per carry and per game, he'll do it in less carries than Eric Dickerson, which still shows he's a stud. I hope Saquon gets serious consideration for this award. I think he's worthy of it, and the Eagles' season is worthy of it. It's not just an award for him, but his offensive line, the offensive line coach, the head coach. All these guys would benefit from this record. Even the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles to say this is what we do for running backs if you got talent. Let me know what y'all think. Is Saquon the league MVP? All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.